Hi, this is Don from Crux Terminatus. Just to share something with you. I was trying to buy myself a wet pallet for some of the more detailed work I've been doing of late. For example, some of the heads that I followed Roddy's tutorial, and I found that a lot of my paint was drying out before I could get it onto the model. So I obviously researched online, and a wet pallet would be the way to go. The bad news is that wet pallets were anything sort of £15 to £20, so what's that, $30 odd, for effectively something that was quite simple. So with Dave from the site, I went shopping. Not that they sponsor us, but this was from Morrison's, and you can see that the grand total of my spend was £2.95, and for that I got a little Tupperware box, some baking parchment and some sponge wipes, which I'll show you in just a second. Now, I'm doing this live, I've not tried it before, so I'm hoping that it works. So there's the sponges, and this is the parchment paper, so there you go, get rid of that. I chose these sponges because they look like the sponges you get in the bottom of soldering irons, so I'm hoping that they're going to go nicely and fit into this Tupperware box, which is 60 odd pence. Obviously you want it to be a kind of airtight seal so that your water doesn't evaporate. So I'm going to take that off of there, and I'm just going to open the sponges, and I'll just select the green one, I think. Okay, well, it's actually a little bit damp from obviously getting them packed. Okay, that's interesting. So that fits nicely in there, and there's a little space around the side for pouring some extra water on. I never know which way to get to pull these out. I bet you I get this wrong on happy days. So I'll just open that. Just before I do that, actually, that's the palette I've been using for 4 or 5 years doing this now. So that's what it's replacing. I'll show you that as well. So okay, so let's see if we can get this to come off. No, can't even rip the paper out of it. So there's a grease-proof side and a normal paper side. So stick the grease-proof side up, and what I'll do is I'll just quickly trim this to size. So it's to be about that size. Scientific, huh? Okay. To say, this might turn out to be the worst wet palette in the world, but it might not. At £2 odd. It's got to be worth the money, even if it's just for the Tupperware box. So let's tuck that in a little bit. Don't want it to curl up, so let's try and get that in there. some water on that way. Okay, and then I'm going to flip it over and pour some water on this way. Now, if one side makes it go, then the other side should make it stay. Okay, just put that in there. I'm just going to fill it up so the water's just below the paper level. Ideal. Put a wee bit more at this end. That's perfect. I'm just going to flatten that out, there's a few air bubbles in there. But now you can see, hopefully, that that's making contact with the sponge itself. So the moment of truth would be to take two colours, no idea what colour that's going to get. Helps if it wasn't one that was dry. And I'll use some, I don't know, graveyard earth because it was sitting next to me, so I'll put some of that in there too. And then together I can mix up this one particular colour. It's kind of maroon colour, I guess. And that colour now, I'm happy with it. That's right there. And I'll be able to use that colour, and then if I want to paint some more tomorrow, I can just keep the airtight lid on it. So that's my first attempt at doing that. So warts and all, you get to see it all. I think there's maybe a bit too much water in there, so I'll just take a little bit out. Just a bit keen with the water, I guess. Let me just tip some of it out. Yep, superb. Okay, so that's my learn for tonight, is less is more when it comes to water. It's just dribbled out the side there, it's rubbish. So I guess you just want to keep the sponge wet but not submerged in water. Perfect. Right, okay. So thanks very much. Hope you found that interesting, and can't argue with the price. $2.95. Thanks.